Yes, I'll take some more ammo, please. Alright, so if I keep going that way, I'll run into that town. Alright, well, let's go talk to the quest first. Botanical lab. Okay.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble.
Who said that? Oh, okay, she must have.
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
I'm looking for Adelaide. I need some answers.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
Let's see. Reed said something about former workers living out in the wilderness.
Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
Where can I find Adelaide?
Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
You and me both. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to repair my ship.
Well, look at you, buzzing around the aether with your very own ship. Rest of us gotta make do with the ground at our feet. No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
Let's see. I'll keep an eye out.
It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere.
Don't worry about it. I'll find her.
Appreciate it. Honest.
I got questions about Zoe.
I'll tell you what I can.
Any idea where she might, let me see. How well do you know her?
Well enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
See, any idea where she... you seem so personal. I can't imagine how you didn't get on with her.
She was lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our own.
Okay. Any idea where she might be hiding?
Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling
Go
me.
lay down, buddy. Come on.
I check
Hop
her
up, lay down.
room, but I got yelled
Come on.
at for snooping
Lay
once
down.
already.
Comet. Lay down, bud. Come on. Hop up. You would be more comfortable if you laid on the sofa. Come on. Come on. No, Comet. Comet. Up on the sofa. Good boy. Now lay down. God, he's so weird. I love my dog, but damn, he's weird. Let's see. She snooped around in her room.
Little ways ago. She was always obsessing over her serial dramas. Wanted to see what the fuss was about.
Okay, maybe the Marauders took her away.
Could be. Dangers aplenty out there. No telling why marauders would steal somebody like Zoe. Got no useful skill as far as I could tell.
Any chance you could point me somewhere specific and not just out there?
Marauder gang just moved into the districts a little ways east. Their numbers are growing. Gotta come from somewhere.
Alrighty, change the subject.
What is it?
I'll leave you be. Ooh, anybody in here? Anybody in here that can see me? No. Good. Ooh, I haven't saved in a hot minute, so let's go ahead and save. Door, nobody can see me. Okay, good. Yes, I put the mania in kleptomania.
Hey, that's against regulation. What do you think you're doing?
Let's see. Persuade 15, I was just leaving.
I don't have time for this.
Oops. What'd that do with my reputation? Reputation. Okay. Oof. Okay, that's a 2% hit. That's not terrible. I gotta be more careful. I didn't realize he could see me from where he was at.
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with?
Let's see. What you selling?
Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
Okay. Alright, sell junk. Alright, what can I get rid of? Probably a lot of this food. Pickaxe. Bread noodles.
Hi, sweetheart.
Makeshift low pressure suit. See, I'll keep the fast ration pills. What's this do? Oh, armor rating plus 10 for 15 seconds. Yeah, okay, I'll take that. It's a pretty good deal. Spacer's Corona. Spacer's Chaw. Frozen dinner. Heavy ammo, energy cell, mock apple juice. Okay, mock apple cider. Keep pre-sliced bread. Again, since I'm not playing on survival difficulty. Oh, hey, gone fishing. Well, so gone fishing with the Outer Worlds, all the different factions, reputation's important, to a degree. It unlocks some options, but for the most part, it like gives you, so you'll see like I have a 7% discount already with this guy. The more I increase my reputation with this faction, the more likely I am to get bigger discounts and to purchase things from them that are normally restricted, like lockpicks and things like that. I mean, you don't have to, but, and you can actually both max negative and positive reputation at the same time, but as long as you've maxed positive first, they'll always be positive to you. But this is one, if you ever play, like, Fallout New Vegas, this is the same company that made that, and that actually, because of that, it's something I really enjoy. Alright, let's see. Cool, cool. Alright, what does he have for sale? Ooh, what are you? Backpack. Increases your carrying capacity. Tempted. Fun Times Barrel. But yeah, it's called, so yeah, it's made by Obsidian, the same company that made Fallout New Vegas, Pillars of Eternity, and the Pillars of Eternity 2, Alpha Protocol. They've done a bunch of different games, fairly heavily in the RPG or action RPG genres. Insulated. Okay, so like right now, this is a restricted item. Once I get my reputation up enough with them, I can purchase this restricted item. Now, I may be able to find another one of these out in the field. It's just easier if I can purchase it from the vendor. Oh, that's interesting. Space Resource Revolver that was customized by Weaponsmith to use heavy Vulcan ammo. Only 5 rounds fit in the cylinder, but they hit like an asteroid. Ooh, it's a nice little pistol. Alright, repair all equipped. Sure. What was this? Oh, a beanie, a lightweight beanie. Oh god, too bad you can't put it in like Co's colors. It'd be amusing. Worker outfit, makeshift low pressure. Okay, that's stuff I sold him. Okay. Cool. All right. But yeah, it's so this has been a lot of fun so far. It's very dialogue heavy, which I love.
Something I can help you with?
You'll see in a couple minutes because I'm going to fight some more people. But think of it like, so it's got a what they call a tactical time dilation system. It's kind of like VATS in Fallout 4. Basically, when you hit a button, it'll slow time down for you to like take aim and do specific like body part shots and stuff like that. But it's interesting. I mean, it's your typical first-person shooter, kind of like Fallout 4.
You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
What happened on the day? Or tell me a little bit about Zoe.
Zoe was always obsessed with this cereal. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
Let's see. Was she acting strange before she disappeared?
Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
Alright, what happened on the day Zoe disappeared?
Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found.
Yes. So one of the streamers I follow, Gone Fishing, Carnage, he has put 32 hours in the game and is maybe about a quarter to a third of the way through. It's a big, probably if you do everything, probably 120 plus hours. What was that about surprising Zoe?
The other day, I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
Alright, hold on. Let's see, there was something else.
Hey, I got time.
Got some more questions about
I'll
Zoe.
help if I can.
Alright, don't have anything new. See you around. Yes, hi, Comet. I appreciate you giving me your toy. Okay. Also, there's a theft mechanic in this game, Gone Fishing. So as long as I'm not seen, I can steal anything I want to. And it won't affect my faction reputation. If I get caught, though, that's why I have a 2% negative right now with the deserters. It's because I got caught stealing something. But nothing is marked as stolen in your inventory. So you can purchase whatever you like. And nobody will be the wiser. So it's only if they catch you that you get a negative. Yeah, I do pay. Well, for one thing, I pay attention to a lot of the dialogue because I love the world and the story in most of these games. And this was one I've been looking forward to for over a year now. So I'm quite happy to have been able to get this. But yeah, this is a very, very dialogue heavy game. So if you're not somebody, or if that's not your thing, I can tell you the game's probably not going to be anywhere near as much fun for you as it would be for somebody who's really heavy into dialogue and role-playing. Which is okay. Not every game is for every person. Zoe's Journal, page 12. For the most part, though, everything's voice acted, except for documents like this, and, of course, my character asking the question, so I tend to voice both of those. So that's it then. No more Edgewater for me, no more cannery, no more jumpsuits and gloves, yes ma'ams, and would you like another's. I don't know why I'm writing this down for posterity's sake, because I've always hated the cannery, and I don't think I'll ever have to look back on this journal many years hence and tell myself, oh wow, I did hate the veil once, didn't I? Just because I got sick. Everybody gets sick. Well, okay, I got sick and I grabbed a little too much adrenatime. Is that really a crime? I gotta treat myself when I'm sick, don't I? Whatever happened to personal responsibility and surviving by one's own bootstraps? Oh, but you misappropriate one box of adrenatime, oh good grief, and suddenly you're committing larceny. A box of adrenatime? Ugh.
That's a lot of doses, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm surprised she didn't end up like the other guy and kill herself. Oh, today's the day, Zoe. Today's the day you take your destiny into your own hands. I've been listening to Grace talk about the Marauder threat. Bands of wild, free-spirited bandits living in camps out in the hills, warming themselves by the light of a barrel fire. Probably mounted the heads of their enemies on spikes as a warning to folk like me. Living a life of comfort and ease, free of any rules. Not really. I bet they could take the whole region if they were organized. I've been tucking away some of Adelaide's food, and I've got some spare cans of salt tuna. Should last me a couple weeks if I ration. Got some adrenatime too. Everybody loves adrenatime. Even marauders, right? I got odds that those marauders will let me throw in with them if I dangle a couple syringes of adrenatime before their eyes. This is going to be great. Look out, Terra 2. Bandit Queen Zoe's origin story has just begun. I'm going to have a whole gang of marauders at my beck and call. Maybe I can even score some Rizzos. Good news, I'm alive, starting to feel a little better too. There's a group of deserters living out in the old botanical labs. They found a way to grow more food, or something that passes for food anyway. Adelaide boiled a pot of something green and leafy and told me to take it twice a day for my symptoms. I suppose tastes atrocious, but I've been feeling better. It's nice to be away from the cannery. The labs have just enough power to run on Aetherwave, so I've been catching up on my serial dramas. Masked Marketeer, what would I do without you? Go crazy, most likely. Crack up, murder all my neighbors, and run screaming into the hills like some wild marauder. I don't know, that doesn't sound too bad. I could see myself leading a cadre of marauders. A band of bandits. Wait, that doesn't sound right. Band of bandits? What will we call ourselves? The Formidable 14? The 100 Hooligans? Featuring Zoe, Bandit Queen? She's like totally obsessed with that drama. Ooh. Steel poster. Close. Yoink. Poster mine. Okay. What's over here? Oh, it's supposed to be like their kitchen area or something. Oh. Whoops, probably should have checked the bathroom to make sure there was nobody in there before I stole everything. Luckily there wasn't. Would have been bad if there was, though. Alright. Anybody around? I don't see anybody. Hear no evil, see no evil, steal no evil.
Smell no evil?
Well, depends on what I've eaten. It's on this terminal. Spacer's Choice Property, Terminal Access. Personnel files. Password require. Hack 15? Yes, please. Alright, open first entry. May the Eternal bless my first endeavor. It's been 2 days since I walked away from life at the Edgewater Cannery. Fortuitously, the old botanical labs are still operational. Mostly. The soil's sour. I'll do what I can, but I'm going to need some powerful fertilizer. Tired of having the taste of saltuna lingering on my tongue day in, day out. I want something fresh, something that grows out of the earth. Okay. We found another worker from Edgewater. Ex-worker now. Desertion rate must be climbing. I'm not terribly surprised. Reed's style of management has always been tyrannical. I imagine an exodus is brewing. At any rate, the worker was in a sorry state. Fever, shallow breathing, delirious. Must have been plagued. I set him right with a diet of greens. He was all better in a couple weeks. Physically, spiritually, he's one of our flock now. Interesting. So it appears she may have found a solution for the plague that's been plaguing Edgewater. Experimental notes. First entry. I'm hereby repurposing this botanical lab from its original conception as a gear in the soulless automaton of the corporate machine. This greenhouse may look impressive, but like all Spacer's Choice products, it is cheap and unreliable. I shall have to make some repairs with my own two hands. This place shall become a nursery. Before it was abandoned, I understood that horticulturalists failed to produce a single viable crop. Something about the soil being too poor. I am determined to find a way. May the Eternal smile upon my endeavors. Last entry. Flora are living things as sensitive to their environment as any breathing, thinking body. I contend that the crops in this region failed because the corporate scientists tending to them are cold, heartless, inhumane people acting on behalf of a sterile and inhumane power. One cannot expect your crops to flourish, to flush with green and reach for the sky under these conditions. The soil is sour, it's true. I don't know quite how to explain that. I'm sure the scientists will say something about biology or the carbon cycle. But I can conclude after months of my own experimentation that the secret to a rich and wholesome garden is love, attention, compassion, and a natural fertilizer bursting with organic material, just as nature intended. Okay, so I wonder what she found as a fertilizer. Well, let's see. Very. See, a case like this, I can't do a lot of looting because she will absolutely see me. I can loot the stuff behind her, though, believe it or not, because she can't see behind her.
Too bad you can't put like a bucket.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
You must be Adelaide.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Let's see. Is this your greenhouse?
No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice.
Okay. I'm surprised you've managed to grow anything out here.
The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
Looks like you've made a home for yourself out here.
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
Why did you leave your old home?
It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Okay, Reed sent me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson, you here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
You're living off power that belongs to the town. Come back to the cannery. That's about it.
Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Let's see. Reed asked me to divert your power over to him. He mentioned a geothermal plant.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
Your camp has a power regulator. I need it to repair my ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
Let's see. What have you got against the town?
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scrap Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
Let's see. Let's say I help you. What happens to Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
You think Reed's just trying to spite you?
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
Okay, I'll consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.